From their first victories in 2009 to championship successes in 2011 and 2014, Stewart-Haas Racing have been frontrunners in NASCAR's top category.
Stewart comes off turn 11, and he's coming to the flag.
How did that
Tony
happen?
Stewart wins.
How did that happen?
Wins don't come easy though, and while SHR have built up in the hunt for continued success, they've been careful to maintain the team chemistry that makes them one of the best on the grid.
I feel very confident that we've made some significant changes, and you're kind of feeling each other out with where your program is versus the other programs. But I've got a great group of people and employees at Stewart-Haas Racing. I think that's going to produce a lot of great results for us.
It's challenging to have every single partner and player within the team be the best. You try and do whatever you can to balance things out, then add in new, strong players. And I think over time you continue to build strength, and especially if you have a strong organization that people want to be involved in, you don't lose those good people, you just continue to filter in better and better people as time goes. And I feel like that's what's happening with Stewart-Haas.
NASCAR's pit road is a unique workplace. Unlike other top flight series, teams maximize their chance of success by sharing information. And with SHR's driver lineup including Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch, and Kevin Harvick, experience is a vital resource.
If we're off when we get to the racetrack, I get out of the car and I go to Rodney and the engineers and talk about what's going on. And a lot of times we'll talk about how far we need to go or how much we need to adjust. If something's wrong, then you get together and try to get as much information as you can to make it better.
You never know when you're going to get little tidbits that stick with you as far as advice goes from drivers like Tony, Kevin, and Kurt that have a tremendous amount of experience and victories under their belt. But for me, the challenge is always asking. I have to remind myself to take from these people, what they're willing to give and ask questions. So it's also a good relationship builder too.
NASCAR takes in all four corners of the USA in a grueling 36-race calendar. At SHR, crew chief Rodney Childers was keen to ensure his crew would survive 10 months on the road together.
Every person on that team wanted to be at Stewart-Haas Racing on the number 4 team. So Rodney had the time to go out and interview every person on that team for every position on the team to make sure they were going to fit. And not only do we get along well while we're at the racetrack, but we do a lot of things away from the racetrack, whether it be going to dinner or football games or baseball games, whatever the case may be. Everybody likes to hang out with each other, and that really goes a long way.
While the crew spend their time bonding, out on the track there can be a conflict of interest when it comes to teammates.
It's good off the track. On the track, it has its pros and its cons. On the track, you're going to get help from that person, but on the other hand, you are also still running your race, and you're used to going 100%, and so when you're dealing with teammates, you're not going 100% because you're not putting up that fight. So on track, it can be a little bit tricky, but you'd probably still rather have teammates than not.
Team spirit has certainly played its part this year. 3 out of 4 cars currently look set for a place in the postseason, and the organization seems to get stronger and stronger.
I think as soon as you can just do your best and try and be humble and learn from the people around you, you continue to get better. And it's much more camaraderie and encouragement, I think, in NASCAR than it is in probably any other motorsport.
I've never been a part of a team that's been so cohesive and believed in each other as much as we do. There's never a doubt that this guy's not doing his job or this guy's not telling the truth. There's no finger pointing on our team. It's just great to be a part of a group of guys like that and that believe in each other so much.